My sister keeps calling me an incel, even though I'm paying for her life. My sister Emma is 24 and I'm 28. After our parents died in a car accident 3 years ago, I became her primary support system both emotionally and financially. I work as a software engineer making decent money, while Emma has been bouncing between part-time jobs and community college classes without much direction. I've been covering her rent, groceries, car insurance, phone bill, and tuition for the past 3 years. It's not cheap, probably around $2,500 a month total, but she's my only family left and I want her to succeed. I figured supporting her while she figured out her path was the right thing to do as her older brother. The problem started about a year ago when Emma got involved with this group of friends who are all extremely politically active and spend most of their time on social media arguing about various causes. Emma has always been opinionated, but this friend group has amplified it to an exhausting degree. She started making comments about my dating life or lack thereof. I'll admit I'm not great with women and haven't had a serious relationship in a few years. I work long hours, don't go out much, and I'm generally introverted. Emma began analyzing my every interaction with women and pointing out what she saw as problematic attitudes. When I'd mention being lonely or frustrated about dating apps not working out, Emma would roll her eyes and say things like, "Maybe if you didn't have such weird expectations," or "Women can sense your energy." She started accusing me of having unrealistic standards because I'd swipe left on dating profiles or mention not being attracted to certain people. The incel accusations started 6 months ago during an argument about her grades. Emma had failed 2 classes and was talking about dropping out entirely. When I expressed concern about her wasting the tuition money I'd been paying, she exploded and said I was being controlling like a typical incel who thinks money gives him power over women. Since then, she's been using that label constantly. When I ask her to help with household chores in the apartment I pay for, I'm being an entitled incel. When I suggest she should have a plan for becoming financially independent, I'm displaying incel energy. When I express frustration about anything related to dating or women, she immediately shuts me down with incel alert. Last month, Emma brought her boyfriend over to the apartment. This guy, Trevor, is unemployed, lives with his parents, and spends his days making TikTok videos about conspiracy theories. They were loud until 3 a.m. on a work night, and when I asked them to keep it down, Emma told Trevor I was her incel brother, who was jealous of their relationship. The breaking point came 2 weeks ago when Emma posted on Instagram about living with her misogynistic incel brother and how she was surviving in a toxic male environment. She tagged several of her friends and included photos of our apartment, the apartment I pay for entirely. Her friends started commenting with advice about escaping incel family members and offering to help her find somewhere else to live. Emma was eating up the sympathy and playing the victim while sitting in a fully furnished apartment that she contributes nothing toward. I confronted her about the post, and she doubled down. She said I exhibited classic incel behavior, supporting her financially as a way to control her, getting angry when women reject me, and having problematic views about relationships. She claimed that paying for her expenses was actually a manipulation tactic, and that I was using money to maintain power over her. When I pointed out that she could move out anytime if living with me was so terrible, she said that was exactly what an incel would say, that I was threatening to withdraw support to keep her dependent. She twisted my offer of independence into further evidence of my supposed misogyny. The most frustrating part is that her friends have never met me, but they've all accepted Emma's narrative completely. They've been encouraging her to cut contact with me while simultaneously advising her on how to maximize the financial support she gets from her toxic brother. Emma continues to live in my apartment, eat food I buy, drive a car I insure, and attend school with tuition I pay, all while publicly describing me as a dangerous misogynist to anyone who will listen. She's managed to position herself as both victim and beneficiary of the same relationship,